I have this old cabinet lock here, which came off an old cabinet. The owner of it wants to be able to start locking up the contents. And of course, you know, it's been in the family for a while and there's not a key. So I want to walk you through the steps, right? We want to keep this original lock, have it looking cool, and of course being functional. Now there's a few steps, like when I first see these or when they had sent me a picture of it, I was kind of going through the paces in my head a little bit. Okay, what's the best way to make a key for it? Now for me, there's a couple ways. Number one, if there's a code on it, maybe cut it by code if we can find the code. Number two would be to hand file it, also known as impression it. And usually one of those two ways you can kind of get it done. All right. Now, when you look at the face of this lock, you're going to see that there is not a code. Now, most of the time on most modern locks, the code's going to be stamped right there on the face, which makes it actually really easy. On the case of this lock, you have to flip it around backwards, and on the back of it, you're going to see that there is a stamped code. You know, and I don't know about you, I love codes that they're hand stamped. You know, it just feels really real to me. And so when you look on it, you're going to see a PA132. Most likely this is actually going to be the code. Now, of course, if we can pull this up and find it and find the bidding and all that, it'll be the easiest, or we can just hand file it. I don't know, dealer's choice. In this situation, what are you doing? That's what I'd like to know in the comments. So what I want to do is, of course, you know, I'm a huge generic code fan, but I want to mix it up a little more, and I'm going to use lock codes. As you can see here, I type in the code and voila, I see a national code series using the R03 key. Grab an R03 key, boom, it goes in. We probably got this figured out, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my Black Widow app and I'm gonna type in key blank R03. I don't know, it seems probably the best option to do here. I could go national as well, but personally, I'd rather just sift it through the key blank if possible. That's just my choice. So I'm gonna hit search there, and then I'm gonna see there's all sorts of things here. What is important though is when I look and I see where it says CLK card /SN, is what I can see here is the CLK card number is essentially all the same. So I don't need to get too bent out of shape over which one to choose because there's only really one option here. So let's go ahead and click into it, and we're going to choose the number of spaces by looking at the codes online screen. I can see that it is a 5 cut, so we're going to hit 5, we're going to hit OK, and then now we need to input the bidding. So I'm just going to input it here manually, and then I'm going to be looking at the jaw, so it's going to be the S2 side B, which I actually already have on there, and I just need to put the key in and let's cut it. All right, so as you can see, it actually did work pretty cool. Go ahead and stick it in there. It just works like butter. The Black Widow did a good job. I just love the fact the owner, in this case, of this cabinet is gonna still be able to use the original hardware. I absolutely love it. And a lot of what we did here is, you know, starting to put some of the smith back into locksmithing, which is pretty cool. Now, I do wanna talk about a few things though, okay? So what happens if I put that code in and it didn't work, right? When I put the direct digits in, well, then I would have hand filed it, right? That would have been the next step. But I want to talk about some of the nuances that comes with really any machine that you use, right? And what I mean by that is that I was able to get to the end result, but I had to use more than just the Black Widow, right? I had to use a different software to find the code. Sometimes that happens, and that's something you have to be prepared for. Of course, I'm a big fan of generic code, but I really just wanted to mix it up a little bit and kind of show you guys some of the options out there and what you can expect. So, of course, I want to know what you think. Would you follow the same logic that I used to get to the end key, or would you do something different? I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.